Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV, where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts, your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya
to Morning Updates. My name is Vicky Kipto. I hope you're faring on well this morning. You can interact with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. We value your feedback here at Faraja TV. So we are going to kick off with the stories that are making headlines, and later on we are going to have a guest who is going to take us through her business journey. So our main story this morning is still about the murder of Albert Ojwang. Kenyans are still demanding for the resignation of Deputy IG, that is Eliud Lagat. We're still waiting to see if really he's going to resign. So how chaos was planned in the city Tuesday this week. There was demonstration in Nairobi County, Mombasa and Kwale, and also goons joined the protest, and they actually destroyed some of the businesses in the city. So plans to disrupt Tuesday protest in Nairobi started as early as last Thursday, so which with fresh details of their recruitment and facilitation of goons to take on the mostly youthful and peaceful demonstrators emerging, the criminals' unholy alliance with anti-riot officers in their reign of terror on the street was also a clear manifestation of, in quotes, blessings from above. Yeah, so that story has been highlighted on page 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Daily Nation. You can also tell us who do you think is behind the hiring of these goons that disrupted a peaceful demonstration on Tuesday. Yeah, and I just want to quote what National Police Service spokesperson Michael Mushiri speaking in relations to goods, and this is what he said, and I quote, "Working hand in hand with goons, that's preposterous. It is the work of police to ensure criminal elements are treated contemptuously and within the law," end of quote. Also, Korogocho MCA Absol Modhiambo Onyango said, and I quote, "Governor Sakaja from a youth group and pair them with police so that anyone who is trying to cause chaos is dealt with accordingly." And of course, also we have an opinion from Mr. Calvin Okoth Alliance Gaucho, and this is what he said, and I quote, "I've seen online claims that I sponsored goons. I wasn't even in Kenya. I flew out for businesses. I support Raila Odinga. He's the only one who can direct me." And of course, also there is a picture of Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, who many people think is actually the one who is behind the goons that disrupted demonstration on Tuesday. And on Sunday, this is what Sakaja said, in a quote, "I want to tell youth in Nairobi, demonstrating for your rights is allowed, but we will not allow the destruction of property again. That will never happen again in Nairobi, so don't try it. You will find me in town," end of quote. And this is what he said yesterday in a statement, and I quote, "We categorically dissociate ourselves from any gangs, militias, or politically sponsored groups that exploit demonstration to engage in criminal activity," and of course. So who do you think is behind the hiring of these goons? Who do you think is behind the hiring of goons? Also, you should know that IPOA summoned DIG Lagat as 2 officers arrested over Hawker's shooting. Yeah, so that and the rest of the story on page 2-5 of the Daily Nation. And now let's look at the story that has been highlighted on the cover page of the Standard newspaper, and we have the same story, "Thug bosses," when police march side by side with Rungu-wielded goons on Nairobi streets who are coming from Governor Johnson Sakaja's City Hall office, some wearing county t-shirts, line between law enforcer and lawbreaker blurred to nothing. The so-called crackdown on protest morphed into a coordinated rampage, looting, assault, and destruction ran unchecked. Innocent Wananchi bore the brunt as thugs beat them and vandalized property, all while Sakaja clung to his hollow, in quotes, "protect businesses" mantra. IG Kanja remains conspicuously silent, failing to condemn officers who protected the goons. And that story has been highlighted on page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9 of the Standard newspaper. So that is the only story that has been highlighted on the cover page of the Standard newspaper this morning. But on the cover of the Daily Nation, we have other news that are making headlines this morning. Iran rejects Trump order to surrender in its war with Israel. Yeah, so a war broke between Iran and Israel on Friday, and we're still waiting to see if there'll be a ceasefire. So Tehran had conveyed to Washington that it will retaliate strongly without restraint against the US for any direct participation. Yeah, we are going to look at that story on page 29 of the Daily Nation. So we are hoping that the war will not escalate further. And in politics, why Ruto critics in Nyanza are trooping to State House. Yesterday, President William Ruto met with Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o and other delegations from Kisumu County. So in recent weeks, all 4 Nyanza governors, that is Gladys Wanga, Ochilo Ayako, James Orengo, and Anyang' Nyong'o, have held talks with President William Ruto. And that story has been highlighted on page 10 of the Daily Nation. Also, dares life in times, a tale full of daring. If the motto in quotes to dare is to do, is anything to go by, the late Gilbert Dare died an overachiever, but in an interesting fashion, hold amid a storm around his life. Writer Pwali worded letter to the President of Kenya telling the head of state of how powerful and influential he is, and who is confronted with evidence of children whose DNA does not match that of their parents, and replies that those begotten by divine intervention need not resemble their parents biologically. The answer is Dare, the daring preacher who breathed his last on Tuesday following a road crash. So we are going to look at that story. It has been highlighted on page 7 of the Daily Nation. So share your views, tell us what you think about our top story, particularly about the murder of Albert Ojwang, and also the vendor was shot at a close range on Tuesday during the demonstration. Do you think that the police officers who are involved will be put to justice? Do you think that justice will be served? So we want to hear from you, and also you can share your thoughts about the goons that were hired. Who is behind these hired goons? So share your thoughts about that through our social media handles and our SMS number that is on your screen. And don't forget to include your name and where you're watching us from. Yeah, so the National Police Service has identified and interdicted 2 officers linked to the shooting of an unarmed civilian during a disturbing incident that occurred on Tuesday. Yeah, and the 2 police constables, Clinzy Baraza Masinde and Duncan Kiprono, were captured in a raw viral video as one manhandled and the other shot the mask vendor, leaving him for dead along Moi Avenue. And this is what Mushiru Nyaga, the NPS chairperson, spokesperson rather, said in a statement, and I quote, "The 2 officers have now been interdicted and are currently being processed by the homicide team, DCI headquarters, pending further action." End of quote. This happens following the LSK demanding for the arrest of the 2 officers who were present when the one officer shot the vendor at a close range. So the police, now identified as Boniface Mwangi Karaoke, is in stable condition at Kenyatta National Hospital in Nairobi after undergoing successful surgery. So the identification follows public uproar, which has pressured the police service to identify those culpable in the offense. The protest, which called for the resignation of Deputy IG Eliud Lagat, turned into chaos after goons infiltrated the protesters. So in one of the videos that has elicited public uproar, the officers confronted the unarmed mask vendor before one of them opened fire at a close range. So we are waiting to see if the police officers that are involved in the case will actually be sentenced. Yeah, so share your views about that. Also, we have a story about still in relation with the police officers, and they're saying in the quote, "We are very ready. Police assure security ahead of June 25th Gen Z anniversary protest." So Nairobi Regional Police Commander George Sender says security organs are ready for the planned June 25th, 2025 demonstration scheduled for Wednesday next week in remembrance of the momentous Gen Z protest last year. So Seda, who spoke during a press briefing on Wednesday evening, confirmed that police had received official communication from the organizers and reassured the public that the security organs were fully prepared to ensure the safety of all. And this is what Aseda said in a quote, "We have a plan and we shall be there to provide enough and good security to ensure every person who is going to participate and those not going to participate will be safe for that matter." And of course, and And also, Commander Seda urged demonstrators to conduct themselves peacefully and avoid provoking law enforcement, which he said has resulted in violence as seen in the recent demo. So I just want to quote what he said, and I quote, "Let's restrict ourselves to what we call peaceful demonstration. Let's not have demonstrations which are going to interfere with other people who may not be part of the demonstrators," end of quote. And he continues saying that, "I remember it will be a working day and we shall be having people operating hotels, shops and other businesses. We are looking uncivilized when we start converging, and then as we continue it turns violent and beats the logic of conducting it, which makes the situation worse." So he further warned against confrontational conduct during the protest, referencing a recent incident in Nairobi CBD where some civilians protesting the murder of teacher Albert Ojwang violently confronted officers. So yeah, so you can share your thoughts about the protest that is being planned for Wednesday next week for the remembrance of the Gen Z who died during last year demonstration. So share your views about that. We want to hear from you. Who do you think is behind the hired goons that caused disruption or disrupted demonstration in Nairobi on Tuesday? So, and I just want to quote what one of the goons has admitted, and I quote, "We were paid to attack protesters in Nairobi." Yeah, so political leaders and mobilizers had earlier warned protesters demanding justice for Ojwang that they would meet resistance. So Boda Boda riders who accepted the deal received a full tank of fuel and 2,000 shillings in cash. Yeah, so some of the individuals who were hired to disrupt Tuesday protests have revealed details of the dastardly plan. They said that they were called on Tuesday and told that there was a job for them. So on Tuesday, they assembled at a petrol station on Valley Road where the Boda Boda riders received a full tank of petrol and 2,000 Kenya shillings. Others received 1,000 shillings. They rode into the Nairobi Central Business District where they attacked protesters as well as other people going about their businesses. Also, you should know that the governor of Nairobi, that is Johnson Sakaja, has distanced himself from the allegation that he actually hired the goons. So you can continue sharing your thoughts. Do you think actually Sakaja is the one who hired the goons that distracted protest on Tuesday? Yeah, so also recruitment was concentrated in specific areas, including Congo area in Dagoretti North, Dagoretti South, and Mathare. Boda Boda riders who accepted the job were instructed to carry 2 armed passengers. So yesterday, State House acknowledged the chaos but insisted the backstops with the police. So this is what Hussein Mohammed, State House spokesperson, said in a quote, "Matters related to public order, safety and law enforcement fall within the mandate of the police under the Inspector General, who operates independently in the execution of their duties." End of quote. So in the days leading up to the protest, political figures were captured in video sternly warning demonstrators to stay away from the city. So several political leaders and influencers publicly condemned the planned protest, saying that those who took to the streets will face strong opposition. Yeah, so Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, Korogocho MCA Absalom Odhiambo, Alaz Matach, and activist Calvins Okoth, also known as Gaucho, were among those issuing public threats. So speaking during a church service at Friends Comprehensive School, Kivaya in Kakamega County, where President William Ruto was in attendance, Mr. Sakaja condemned last week demonstration. Yeah, so you can find the full story about that on page 2 of the Daily Nation. Also on page 3, I fear the worst when I watch the video of my son getting shot. Yeah, that is the remarks of the father of the vendor who was actually shot at a close range in Nairobi County during the demonstration on Tuesday. So Mr. Karuki says the police officer who shot his son must be held accountable for his action. So also university student with 2 gunshot wounds says he's lucky to be alive. Yeah, so and I just want to quote what Mr. John Karaoke, the father of the vendor who was shot on Tuesday, said in a quote: "The officer who shot my son needs to be held accountable for his actions." And of course, so we're waiting to see if really justice will be served. Boniface Mwangi Karaoke was just another man trying to make an honest living selling masks on the streets. Now he's fighting for his life in Kenyatta Hospital. Amateur videos captured two police officers roughing him up before one of them shot him. He wasn't the only one shot on Tuesday, but just like that, Boniface, only 22 years old, came to symbolize all the others. Yeah, and you should also know that 17 is the number of Kenyans who were injured on Tuesday. So 17 is the number of Kenyans who were injured on Tuesday during the confrontation between the police and the demonstrators. Yeah, and on the same page, that is on page 3, IPOA summons Lagat over Ojwang's killing. Yeah, so the IPOA has summoned Deputy IG of Police Eliud Lagat to record a statement in connection with the killing of Albert Ojwang. You should know that Eliud Lagat is the person who is the police officer who instigated the arrest of Eliud Lagat, and that is why Kenyans have been demanding for his resignation. So he has just stepped down from his official duty, but still Kenyans are saying that is not enough. They want him to resign so that he can pave the way for investigation. So we are still waiting to see if he'll heed the call and resign the way Kenyans have been pressuring him to. So Mr. Lagat, who stepped aside on Monday to allow investigation, is expected to appear today at the IPOA offices to give a statement regarding Ojwang's killing at Nairobi Central Police Station. So Ojwang was arrested following a complaint by Mr. Lagat over defamation through a post that Ojwang had allegedly shared on X. So IPOA chairperson Hamed Isaac Hassan said they had, in quote, found a basis to summon the police boss. The move signals an intent to probe the chain of command and potential systemic failures surrounding Ojwang's killing. So a total of 20 police officers, including the Central Police Station Deputy OCS, that is Samuel Nganga, have recorded statements. Mr. Nganga was arrested on Tuesday and is currently being held at Muthaiga Police Station. So inmates Brian Mwaniki Njue, Collins Karani, and Jean Amitua, who are present at the Central Police Station on the day of the incidents, have also been presented before various courts. So the summoning of the top police board comes after police constables James Mukwana, one of the officers arrested in connection with killing, claim in a sworn affidavit that directive on how to handle the late Ojwang and the subsequent cover-up came from senior officers, including Mr. Lagat. Yeah, so continue sharing your views about the murder of Albert Ojwang. Do you think justice will be served, knowing very well that the case touches on top police boss? Do you think justice will be served? And moving on, we still have the story about the events that transpired on Tuesday during demonstration. Looted, shaken, city traders reel from protest mayhem. So one of the worst hit businesses was Getcom IT Solution on Moi Avenue. Yeah, so scattered glass and shattered windows lined the streets after several shops were looted by goons. Yeah, and you can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube Faraja TV Media, TikTok faraja.tv.media, Instagram Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Tell us what you think about our top stories this morning, particularly on the murder of Albert Ojwang. So do you think justice will be served? And also the murder of, not the murder actually, but the hawker was shot on Tuesday during the demonstration. So do you think that the police officers or rogue police officers who were involved will be sentenced? So share your views about that. We want to hear from you, and I'm taking a short break. I'll be right back shortly. Don't touch that dial.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Wow, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m, I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle this big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Plus show on Faraja TV, where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m, whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts, your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile weza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5, ukiletewa nami Peter Mohoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
This is still Morning Updates, and my name is Vicky Kipto. Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with Faraja TV this morning. You can continue interacting with us. Tell us what you think about our top story this morning, particularly on the matter of Albert Ojwang. So do you think justice will be served, knowing very well that the case touches on top police bosses? So we want to hear from you. Also, you can tell us what you think about the demonstration that was held in Nairobi County on Tuesday. There were hired goons. Who do you think was behind the hired goons? So you can share your thoughts about that through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. And this morning with me in studio is Penina Nganga. She's the director, Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, and I will be talking about sustainable practices business management. So stay tuned so that you can know everything you need to know about starting, growing, and maintaining businesses. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you, Penina, for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be here on Faraja TV.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, and we are going to enjoy this show.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I believe that.
I know.
So you are going to begin by introducing yourself. As I've said, you're Penina Nganga. So what else do you want us and our lovely viewers to know about you?
Oh yeah, my name is Penina Nganga, as you have said, and thank you, our viewers as well. Let me appreciate them, because I know they are tuned in and they are watching. Without their support, we'll not be here where we are now.
Yeah, that is true.
So we really appreciate you guys for being here and supporting also Faraja TV and supporting the people who come on the show. So my name is Penina Nganga, and I'm a mother of one beautiful, and handsome son.
Yeah.
A graduate.
Yeah.
And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hotelier as well, because that is what I learned when I was in college. I did hotel management, but currently I'm an entrepreneur. Still holding on.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. You said that you are an hotelier. So did you study to actually be in that field?
Yeah, I did my studies in hotel management. I'm a graduate of Italy College, and I've worked in the industry, hotel industry, for the past, I think, since 2003. Yes.
Wow. So you are first employed.
I was
so
first
you didn't
employed.
just put up your business.
No.
You first you went through employment first.
I went through employment. It's been a journey, a beautiful journey.
Yes.
It's full of its ups and downs. I was employed in different capacities, up to managerial positions.
Yeah.
And in the process of employment in the hotel industry, I also happened to bump in the education sector. In that process, where I felt the taste of education sector a bit, then went back to the industry, to the hotel industry. And by the time I was winding up, I was making a decision to just resign from my position as a lodge manager. I was being pushed by what I had experienced in the education sector. Because I came to realize, I think that's where my passion is, and I would feel it. That is where my passion is. That's why I decided, why not? Let me take the daring step and resign and get in the industry, education industry now. Yes.
So when you were growing up, did you ever wanted to have a business of your own?
I would not lie, it was never in my mind at all. And I've come to realize also that environment can also dictate
that is true,
where you line, unless something along the way happens. Because for me, I've always seen my dad in employment. Every people, the relatives I've had, they were all in employment. So we didn't have any entrepreneur in our family, and even in the extended family. I think I broke the ceiling. I started now.
So what motivated you? Because you say there was no one around you who risked to start a business. So what motivated you?
Let me tell you. Okay, I know when God creates somebody, there's always that line He gives you, regardless of maybe where you are. And the moment you start listening to your inner voice, there's the push that comes with it. And my exposure now in the education sector, that is in the academia, triggered. There was a seed in me that was triggered to be now, to start thinking, what can I do to these young people? Which part or what part can I play?
You saw a gap.
What part can I play that I can also be part of the transformational journey for these young people? And I think that is what happened. I didn't even think twice. Like, God, I've never started a business. I've never done 1, 2, 3. But I just did it. Though in high school, I had some few things I would do. More or less like it's an entrepreneurial, but I didn't know by then. Because I remember my dad would bring me water from Nairobi to school where I was. Water was a scarce resource in the school I was in, good water. So he'd bring me water, but I would sell it.
So you started early.
I didn't know this is the time when you now start looking back your journey. Is the time you realize, oh, I think it started a long time ago. It's only that I didn't know what it was. I was just making money myself. Yes.
And you've talked about something very important, that inner voice. You know, we all have the inner voices, but sometimes the inner voices may not be positive but negative. So how do, because I know at some point you had the negative voices inside of you that told you you are not good enough. So how did you battle with that and made sure that you stay on that lane of pursuing your dreams?
In me, I think there is that risk taker thing in me, that when something comes in me, I'll go for it. And as long as I know the impact it can create, it's a positive one, I'm good for it. Do you know, I know many people are being surprised, like, Penina, how can you resign a job that you're getting good perks? and go to a known. They would come to my office and tell me, we heard that you're resigning. You've already done a 3 months notice. Because also you have to also respect the management. It's very important. Maybe I encourage people, wherever they are working, give management time. If you know you're leaving an organization, please prepare them. Don't just bring a letter and just disappear. Ethics are important. They will open doors for you. People don't know, but they open doors for you, because where I left, they're still my good friends. Yes. So like when people would come and tell me, hey, why are you leaving? You're earning this much, and you're going to somewhere you don't even know whether at the end of the month you're going to earn anything. But do you know, it was not even hitting my head. It was not getting in me. I had another kind of, let me call it crazy, but in a good way, push that go and do it. I was not looking at what's gonna happen. I knew I would do it. I will make it.
You had a good feeling about it.
I knew I will make it.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And you've also said that you worked as an employee for some time. So how has that shaped the person you are right now, the director of Nakuru?
Being in employment is good when you know why you're there. And it all starts with the person, by the way, regardless of how the environment would be, regardless of the things you might face. Because some of these things, it's never easy in most cases, especially being in a managerial position.
Yeah, that is
You're
true.
dealing with both hate and love.
Yeah.
You know? And you're also dealing with pressures of your bosses, because you're like, oh my goodness. When something goes wrong, it first comes to you. Then by the time it gets to the juniors, it's easy for them. Even when you are releasing it, you don't have the tonal that came from up there, you know. So, but for me, I can say being in employment has really molded me. It molded me big time. Gave me a lot of social capital. Gave me a lot of good character development also. And there are principles that I picked.
Yeah, that is true.
Very good principles. And above it all, you know, you can only work with God. He's your strength in everything.
I love that.
Yeah, you can only work with God above every other thing. At the end of the day, the person you can only go and cry your emotions to is God. Yeah.
Yes, and were you a goal-oriented person? Yeah, because I've listened to your story, the way you just decided to quit your employment and venture into a new environment that you knew little about. So are you a goal-oriented person?
Passion creates goals.
Wow.
It comes with goals. When you have a drive to do something, definitely you have to set your goals. Why do I need to come up with an institution? What is this that I want to see with the people that will come close to me? So you have to have goals. You cannot just get in somewhere and you have nothing in mind what you're going to do. You know, you have to push and know, if I'm getting to this environment, if I'm getting into this self-employment path, what do you want to achieve at the end of it? Is it on only you? Is it a self-centered goal, or it's customer-oriented goal, or is it for all of you?
Wow.
So those are the things that, of course, I looked into.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you had a clear picture of how you wanted your life to unfold.
Not really, but at least I had something to start from.
Yes.
I had somewhere to start from. And again, you also need at least have some finances, because even in employment, don't just say, at the end of the day, I'm getting my salary and you eat everything. You don't eat everything.
You
Please save something. Save a little to build to where you're going. Though it will eventually inaisha. That's why you have the financial institutions. Create also your account, because definitely you have also to create account, your account, where you can be putting in money, and when these financial institutions see at least there's something, they can also lend a hand to you.
Yes, and when you are making these profound decisions, did you have a support system?
Yes, I did. Yes and no. But the yes have it. Because I'm here now. When you have a support system, it's the best thing. I can tell you, one of my biggest supporters is my sister.
Wow.
Who we work with, by the way. And she was that girl who could, I think it was only her who could understand why I was doing what I was doing.
Okay.
I had shared with my parents. Okay, my parents have always been easy with me. Like, I think we know you're good. You can, I know you tumeziona about you. So
and
if that is what you feel like doing.
And maybe was it your personality?
Being a firstborn, yes. In a family of 8.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. So I tend to think my parents understood me, like, hey, this one is just a go-getter. If she puts her mind on that, she goes. And hata akigwaruzwa, she knows how to bring herself back. So they didn't have so much questions.
Wow.
But my sis is one who was like, go for it.
Go for it.
I know what you can do. When every other person is like, God, where are you heading to?
Yes.
She was there. She was and she's still my support system. And of course, in the process now, you start getting people who are your support system. Apart from family, you start finding friends who are telling you, we are with you in this journey. Girl, move on. We are with you. Because the journey has not been easy. And of course, it is still very good.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you said that when you started your business, you had money, some money that you had saved. So was that enough for you to start the business, or you had to, borrow money from banks and all that?
It was not enough, but I started with what I had.
Wow, I love that. The resilience in you.
I started with what I had, bought few chairs, got our space. When I look at it, it looks very weird, but I did it. And apparently, do you know, I started with 5 students.
Wow, 5 students.
And we sponsored 3. So only 2 were paying.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Because I had experience teaching, some of these units I would teach. Then at that moment you're only paying yourself 100 shillings ile tu ya sustenance kuna kakitu inaona because as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, it's very important to have something for you. Always pay yourself so that you don't dive in your company account. Unatoa pesa kila saa. Ukiona kanguo kazuri
unatoa. Pia, you have to be disciplined.
You have to be. Those are the ethics I learned, by the way. During employment, those are the ethics now. Some of them are incorporated in my business. And when you start, like I was telling you, when we started very small. We are the ones who are doing the cleaning. So tuna time wanafunzi
wakitoka, you do the cleaning.
Fanya usafi watu wasituone.
I love your story. I love it.
My sis was the receptionist, the secretary.
You are doing everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Imagine in an institution, you're doing everything. Haraka. You don't want anybody to see you.
Yes.
So you either come very early in the morning, so that by the time the students are coming, they find the class is very okay. Well arranged, dustbins emptied. Hakuna uchafu, but they don't know behind the scenes.
In the back of their mind, they think there's somebody who does the work.
It was us. And it was good because, number one, when you know what you're aiming at, regardless of where you start, it doesn't taint you. You still feel good about it. You're like, at least my place is clean. I have students.
Yes.
And somebody asked me, how dare you sponsor 3 students. It's a strategy. How can I just keep 2 students that are paying and I can get 3 more that I can assist and they fill the gap? At least kuonekane there's something going on.
Kuna shule
mahali. Yes.
Yeah, and that will even attract other students. Wow. Were there people who criticized you?
Oh, big time. Big time. Oh, big time. Oh, critics. Zinagonga hapa zina bounce.
And you know, I just love the way you're so happy when you're telling us the story, because you look at you look back and you see the journey, you know, that place that you've come from and where you are right now. I think that is where the joy comes from.
Yeah, it comes from that, and knowing that it's a God-ordained journey.
Wow.
Regardless of, we'll face a lot of criticism. Oh my, women. Ni wanawake
wanaanza
shule itaanguka, you know. A lot of critics. I may not mention some of them here, but it was not easy. It was not easy. That's why I said from the word go, you need God. You need God. It was not easy, but also I'm a hardened woman.
You're not put down easily.
No.
Yeah.
I know what I have, and I know who I
and
belong
you know your
to.
purpose.
And I know my purpose.
Wow. Yeah, because you know criticism will always be there, whether you're doing great or you're doing bad.
And imagine now this is a criticism that's coming in when you're very down. You're very down there.
You've just quit
Yes.
a well-paid job.
Yes.
And you're entering into an environment you know little about.
Yeah. I knew little, very little. Of course, I had gotten some kidogo where I got a chance to practice the academia kind of things. I really wanted to know much. Okay, I'm that person who loves knowing much. You know, so whenever space I'm put in, nitaangalia sana vitu. You know, so that is me. So it helped me in a way. But criticism was too much. You're being fought left, right, and center. And apart from that, you're still young. You're renting.
Yes.
You don't have enough finances. But also God shielded us. He gave us favor.
Yeah,
with
you
the
don't have the
management.
human resource.
You don't have. You don't have the human resource.
Yeah.
You have to now start thinking, now where do I start? Because some of the units I would not teach. So
and you cannot just employ everyone.
Yeah,
salary.
Yeah, you cannot employ everyone, and you have to also employ somebody who understands that you're starting.
Exactly.
Salary inaweza delay.
But anajua ile vision yako, where you want to be and where you're going.
And apparently, that is what we got. At least on the staff side, the human resource, it was easy eventually.
Yeah.
By the way, we just happened to get people who would understand where we are. And the management of where we were at that time, that was 2019, they were very understanding as well.
Yeah.
Niko naenda tu najitetea. I even give them a payment plan.
Yeah.
And you know, you have arrears.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus. But COVID came and we had to leave the place where we were. Now where we are currently.
Oh, you had to relocate.
Yeah.
Or not to close the business.
We had, okay, more or less we had to close the business and relocate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So how was the school during COVID-19?
Oh my, that is the one period I believe majority of people who rely on customer-oriented service, they struggled so much, they suffered so much. And I really congratulate those who are able now to come back again, because it was not easy.
Yeah.
You know, almost a whole year.
Yeah.
You're not in business. The students that you had, you don't know what they might decide.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't know. Even them coming back.
And did you have online programs?
We did. We tried.
Yeah.
And for some time we would see this number joining, Next minute, they're not the one person
Disappear.
joining may disappear.
Yeah.
Why they are relying on, they need data. Some of them are not even from within places where there is internet. So we just
and again change was a problem during the COVID-19 period, because now you're used to, you know, being having the one-on-one interaction with your teacher, and now something
abrupt.
Yeah. You're changing the environment, and you know it's very, very hard for some people to study at home.
It is not reliable unless now where you have now the programmed that now they know all of them. This is your class, you have to attend. There's all that. But you know, this one just came up like nobody was ready.
Yeah.
Even setting up those systems. Hey, lakini imetusaidia tumefikiria.
Yeah, you're ready for anything.
Yeah, you're ready for anything. Setting up systems. These students, even their parents would not even understand.
Yes.
We get students from all over. Like that time, at least we had some students from Narok region. My goodness, Samburu. Because we started
internet
growing.
connection is hard.
It's difficult. Even in our central area also, some of the central and even the Rift area, some internet connection is also a problem.
That is true. Yeah. And uncertainty, because you know, we were like, maybe we are going to all die. So why should I study?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why should? Yeah, there was also that uncertainty you could get from some students. They're like, hata tujui kama hii kitu inaisha. So why should I get?
Maybe we will all die. Wow.
So why should I bother? You could get some students telling you, teacher, kitu hata hatujui kama tuna survive. Sasa siwache tukae tu.
Wow.
So you're like, okay. Wow. You could not force anyone. You could not force anything. You just flow. At times you just flow. You're like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but there are those who came back.
Yeah, there are those who came back, including Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality.
Wow.
And it was not easy. Also now starting again. And mind you, starting in another different space. So it means that you have to remarket again. Where people knew you were is not where you are now.
Yeah.
So it was also another journey.
So you had to start afresh.
You have to start afresh, more or less. Because by the time you would get at least an inquiry, one inquiry, you're like, hey, at least watu wameanza kujua tuko hapa. Yeah. So it was not easy, but through it all, we have gotten big support from parents, from former students, from our team, the trainers. They do referrals, ourselves. So it's a team. For you to succeed, by the way, you have to have the team effort.
Wow.
You must have a team effort.
Yes.
If your students don't believe in you, they will finish the school and go. If your parents don't believe in you, the same thing.
Yeah.
If your trainers, the staff team that I work with, they don't believe in you, the same thing.
Wow.
They'll never deliver. But when you have,
so you have
people,
to believe in yourself first, so that the others may believe in you.
So that you can trickle that down to them. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So from 5 students to now?
My good, we are hitting 200 and something.
Amazing. So take us through that process. So what happened in between?
Okay. Now, what happened is that we came back, bounced back from COVID and started afresh. We have to exercise a lot. We had to now approach some institutions also and some stakeholders because of marketing, marketing issues. Normally, you have to do marketing, definitely. But again, for us as an institution, there is something that we always uphold. Always build your garden, beautify your garden.
Wow.
Always beautify your garden.
Yes.
Make it attractive.
Yes.
That you don't have to run too fast. You have to get too exhausted to get people. Let them, when they come and see, this is how beautiful this garden is.
Yes.
Nimetosheka, niko sawa.
Niko sawa.
So we have that has been our value to uphold that the service delivery. There's no time a student, that is one thing we spoke to each one of us in the institution. No time a student would come to class and lack a trainer. That one is given.
Wow.
We put in ethics and values that we have to create a family.
Wow.
Because that is something that we have also created in Nakuru College.
Yeah.
We are a family.
Yes.
By the way, students will come to my office, trainers will come to my office.
Wow.
We speak, we talk, they have their issues. Everybody has issues in life. They would share. Cry, we pray together, go.
Yeah.
So when you create that kind of a peaceful environment, when you get in that organization, by the way, Nakuru College is a safe space for so many people. They feel so good. You find even when there are no classes, they want to be there.
Yeah.
Which I truly thank God for, because it's not that we know too much. Again, we have to do something as people. Appreciate people, value people, don't look down on people. However, because we are receiving people from different calibers.
Yes.
The high of the high end and the low of the lowly.
Wow.
You have to balance all of them.
Wow. I love that.
Do you know even the students that are sponsored in our institution, people don't know who they are? Yeah, because we don't want them to be known.
You want them to feel comfortable.
We want them to feel comfortable. So those are the things that we have come to realize as you continue in the journey entrepreneur. Number one, value your people. The human resource you have, that is the major thing. Value them. Then instill now the values that you want instilled in each and every person that comes there. Yes.
Wow. Yes. And with that, we are taking a short break. But don't touch that dial. We'll be right back shortly. And Penina should be taking us through everything we need to know about Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, the courses that are offered, and also qualifications. So don't touch that dial.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's arts. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and a good time.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV, where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts, your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile utaweza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5. Ukiletewa nami Peter Mohoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's arts. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. This is still Morning Updates, and my name is Vicky Kipto. I have an amazing guest here in studio today, and that is Penina Nganga, the director of Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Yeah, so you can continue sharing your views about her incredible journey, how she started the institution with 5 students and now with over 200 students. What an amazing story. Yeah, so you can do that through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. And right about now, I want to read some feedbacks. And Fresh and Clean Mental Awareness is saying that, good morning, Faraja is doing a great job. God bless Faraja. Amen. Jeffrey Zambasa is saying that she's tuned in and watching. Affirm Frequency, he's saying that, hey, it's a student of Nakuru College. Ask the director what she enjoys most about her role as a director and what motivates her to lead the institution. Also, Sam Kush saying that Ako in. Well, thank you very much, audio viewers, for your feedback. So we are going to begin with a question by one of your students. So what motivates you to lead the institution, and what do you enjoy most about your role as a director?
Wow. Thank you for that question.
Yes.
This is one position that it just gives me happiness. Just the fact that I wake up every morning, get to the institution, see my students, and see the transformation that goes through in them. Is the best thing. It's everything beautiful moment.
Yes.
Every day is my. What can I say? It's like you're going to experience something new. You know,
wow.
I have expectations. I need to see them. Are they okay? And at times I would meet them along the corridors. If I see somebody, I'm a kitty chini along the bench and I'm very gloomy, I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I smile, Niko sawa, madam. It interests me by the just seeing the joy that they have and knowing that it's a future that they're building in the right environment. Yes.
Wow. And now take us through the school, the courses that you offered, who qualifies.
So Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, it is a TVET accredited institution under the Ministry of Education. And we have different exam bodies that students partake the exams on. That is NEC exam body, we have ICM exam body, and you have CASNEP for those that are doing CPA courses, and KISIM. And CPSPK for those that are doing procurement and supplies.
Wow.
But basically, we do both short and long courses. We have the short courses that goes from between 1 month to 3 months, like computer packages. We have pastry and bakery. Then we have tailoring and design. That's a short course. Just somebody wants just to know how to tailor. It's a short course. Then somebody who just want to perfect his or her skills in cooking. That is culinary. They can still pop in Nakuru College and they'll be assisted. Somebody wants to just also the same thing, polish the knowledge of hair, dressing and beauty. They can still pop in for a duration of 3 months. They're good. They just pick what they really need to work on. Then you have the long courses that goes between 1.5 years to 2.5 years. And not 1.5, 9 months, 1.5 and 2.5 years. 9 months are the artisan courses. Artisan courses are for those people who did KCP but never proceeded to high school due to various issues. They are qualified to do an artisan course. They can do an artisan course in food and beverage. It's just 9 months. Then you can even proceed to your certificate, to diploma, to undergraduate, to PhD. Mahali unataka kufika. So for people with D- as well, they went to high school, got D- and below. They should never feel left out. With our courses, you're in a place that you can do any of the artisan course. Okay. Then for somebody who's qualified, who's done gotten a D plane and above, you qualify for certificate level. That is what takes you for 1.5 years. Certificate in hairdressing and beauty. You can do certificate in hospitality, that is catering and accommodation management, tourism, business management, sales and marketing, ICT. It's a wide certificate range. Then you have the diploma. Somebody who's gotten a C- and above, they can do diploma. That one takes us 2.5 years. And it's diploma, the same thing like we have seen in hospitality. We have catering and accommodation we have food and beverage. So you can do diploma in that. When it comes to tourism, you can do diploma in tourism management. When you go to ICT, you can do diploma in ICT. When you get to fashion and design, you can do diploma in fashion and design. You get to electrical, you can do diploma in electrical and electrical engineering.
Yes.
We also have plumbing also in the pipeline.
Yes.
We have introduced it. We are doing automotive engineering as well. So somebody who is interested in that can still join in.
Yeah.
So it is a wide range of courses that we do. And they can visit our institution.
Yeah.
We are at Equator House. Equator House is just next to Ereto Bookshop or just Uchumi Business Center. Those who know Uchumi Business Center. And we are on the 2nd and the 4th floor. When you come there, you're treated as a king or a queen.
I love that.
We have very good customer service. And as I told you, we treat everybody equal. We are family.
Yes.
Yes. So the moment you land in Nakuru College, you will be put in the family of Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. And apart from that, you can check us on the social handles. We are there. We have our website, www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. You can check us on Facebook, Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. On Twitter, we are there. On TikTok, we are there. On which other one? IG, Instagram, we are there. We are all there, and you are welcome to give us inputs also on what you can also improve, what you can recommend.
Yes.
In case of anything, just reach us to us also with our mobile numbers.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Can I give them out?
Yes, you can.
It is 0721 582 532, or you can reach us on 0727 424 698, and we will assist you. Yes.
Yes, and you said something very, very important. They should give you feedback, you know. But I love actionable feedback. Don't just say, I don't like your institution. Say the reason to why you don't like the institution and what you want us to improve on.
It is true. But that is very important because somebody can tell you, I don't like the institution. Okay, what did we do wrong to you? Kindly let us know so that we can improve. We can improve, we can rectify, and we will not do it to another person the next time.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
And how do you attract talent, develop, and also retain? Yeah, because I believe you employ people who aligns with your mission and also your vision.
How do you maintain? Because you can develop. Or you can attract, you can develop, and lack to maintain.
Yeah, that is true.
And we are blessed that majority of the trainers that we started with, we still have them.
Wow.
By the way, even after the COVID.
That you started with in 2019.
Yes, they still came back. So they have trusted in us, and that's a big blessing that I can say. And the reason for me, I think the fact that I told you that we value them. We try our best. We might not do everything to please everybody. But we try our best just to accommodate each person. And you know, when again as an employer, when you understand your people in matters their strengths and their weaknesses, and you put more effort on the strength, the weaknesses on a correct to pole, it is the best thing. Don't concentrate too much on the weeknesses unless they are failing you in one or another, because hatukosi weaknesses. Hata mimi niko na zangu. Concentrate on the strengths of the people, then empower them to work out on their weaknesses. So that's where now a family is created. There's love, there's peace, there's harmony. You listen to one another. You have meetings, because we must also have consultative meetings. You don't just bulldoze everything just because I have the title as a director. I can never work alone. No. There are places I'm limited. I might not have everything knowing. Okay? So I have to allow people to also air their views when we sit down now with my leaner team, we have the big team, then I have my leaner team that I work with also. We go through the ideas and all that. Then we see where can we implement. Of course, there are those that I will not allow somebody to implement. You know, you have to have the boundaries. The boundaries, but there are those that you have to let people talk it out during your consultative meetings. Involve your team.
Wow.
Then from there you're building. And you know, when somebody is listened to, can you imagine if you give up an idea and it's listened to, it's seen worthy and it's implemented? How do you feel? You feel so good.
Yes.
You feel, oh, I belong.
Yeah.
When you create that sense of belonging to people, it makes you easy also as an employer to operate.
Yeah, and I believe you also lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I may not, that's why I say I may not be the perfect person, but even in weakness you're perfected. You know, you don't have to go yelling at everybody. Respect people.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't go yelling at people. Let them see what you speak to them. Even for the students, the values that you instill to them as well. At times they may look like,
yeah,
in high school. Because when you tell somebody, can you come to the institution dressed like this?
Yeah, because you have rules and regulations.
We have rules and regulations. You'll not come to the institution bare-chested. You'll not come to the institution with Crocs. You'll not come as a man with your hair braided all the way. No, as a lady, you're giving us the cleavage, you're putting on short skirts. That one, they know. Ukijaribu tu ufike hapo, usinajua tunarudi tu nyumbani.
Yeah.
So we have our rules. So we try to, as much as they look a bit tough, but they appreciate eventually because they're like, where? Thank God I was trained this from the beginning.
Yes. You know, and they may not see it right now, but later on they will really appreciate
They still
that.
come back and tell us, we appreciate. Mulikuwa hard on us.
Lakini
mulitusaidia. Yeah, so we should not even fear of engaging the rules that are right, that will help this person in future, because you're not molding that person for now. You're not just molding that person for the institution. No, you're molding them for the future. Yes.
Yeah. And Penina, for you to reach where you are right now, there are those business practices that you've executed over the years. So what are those business practices that you've applied?
Number one, I can say when you practice giving quality, that will sustain you. And as I said, when your values trickle down to your team, it will trickle down to them. You know, so quality has to be there.
Quality.
And whenever we see something, a department failing in quality, we'll call the head of that department. What is happening? Or what do you need? What's not going on? So quality has to be there. And consistency. Don't come today, you get this result. The next minute you're getting a different result. Haitakuwa mzuri. And I know, like, now having manpower, we don't have so much turnover of staff, but we don't have turnover staff. When you have consistent staff, it's the best thing. Okay, so you find the values you've communicated, they'll still go down to them, to the student, and even to the parents. Then there's the fact of honesty. It is very important. Having godly principles.
Wow.
They will guide you all through. Usikwe na tamaa. When you say this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're gonna do. And we always promise what we can give.
Yes.
We will never promise you that we're going to give you what we can't give. We all, even if you're finding like, if we had this course, it would bring us some money. But if we are not ready, we are not ready.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
I love that.
We give what we promise.
Wow.
Simple as that. Yeah.
Yes, and I can see that time is not on our side, but I have to ask you these two questions.
Please.
What are you grateful about this morning?
that I can breathe fresh air.
Wow.
That I have a sound mind. And that I can speak.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, I'm so grateful. And again, I have a place that I know I will go and check on my students and my trainers. That's the family. I call myself, at times I call them my sons and my daughters because of my mother. A mother is always joyous when they see their family doing good.
Yes. And one last question. What is in your prayer list?
That God will establish me and establish Nakuru College at its own place. Yes. That is my desire, that I need to see Nakuru College established in their own place, that we can still do mighty things in the land.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's another one I've remembered. I've forgotten to ask you. Where do you see yourself and the school 10 years from now?
Wow. We'll have done, I think we'll be the best. I know we'll be the best technical college. Technical college within the country and even outside the country, because we aspire to even spread our wings and of course have many other channels of helping, assisting our people, our community.
Wow.
Because that is also part of me. I do a lot of CSR. Yes.
Impressive.
At Nakuru College, we do a lot of CSRs. And because that's also, we love encouraging other people that feel that they're needy. That at least if you can stand in the gap of that person, they feel good.
Yeah. Yes. And one last thing, you can take us through the school, the courses once again as we wind up for those viewers who may missed.
Now we have September intake, and September intake is open for all. And as I said earlier, we allow every grade. No student, no parent should feel like, because my student got a D-, what do I do? Bring them to Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. We will tell them what to do, because we have different courses that can cater for every grade, starting from the hospitality. Nastaki watu wa confuse hospitality na hospital. Hospitality courses entail food and beverage, catering and accommodation, housekeeping and laundry, front office. Those are hospitality courses. Then we have the tourism courses, where we have the tour guiding and the tourism management. We have fashion and design courses. We have ICT courses. We have hairdressing and beauty, what we call cosmetology. Okay, so we can join in for that. We have business management. Somebody wants to venture also in sales and marketing. Somebody wants to do electrical wiring and installation. Somebody wants to do automotive engineering. Kuja Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. And whichever grade you are in, will assist you. And if you feel like you're confused because you find there are people who don't even know what to say, or where to start, come or even call us.
You're going to guide
we
them.
Guide our students.
Wow,
we
that's
guide
amazing.
Anybody who comes in Nakuru College. You will live very focused.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. Your contacts?
We have our contacts 0721 582 532 or 0727 424 698. You can also reach us on our Facebook page, Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, on our website www.nakurucollege.ac.ke, or even you can check us on Instagram, TikTok, or we are still Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. And we are located at Equator House. It is within Nakuru City. On the second floor and the fourth floor, you can meet us there and you'll be assisted. Equator House is just next to Ereto Bookshop or Uchumi Business Center. You'll be assisted when you get there. Yes, and you're most welcome. September intake inakaribia. So enroll mapema. Yes.
Yes, and I've been speaking to Penina Nganga, Director, Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Thank you very much, Penina, for inspiring us this morning. And thank you for coming. I've really enjoyed the show.
you've given me a platform, and I thank you so much.
Yeah.
And may God bless Faraja TV.
Amen. Amen for that. Yeah. And thank you, viewers, for still staying with Morning Updates. Let's do this again tomorrow from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Continue interacting with us. Tell us what you think about the state of the nation and this show that we're just winding up. So have a blessed day.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.